This is a video tutorial to use wikis and journal options within School Web to formatively assess students. The page that you're looking at right now on the screen is Secondary Science and Technology Integration School Web. Whenever you go to your own personal School Web, you will follow down to a topic that is empty. Like right here, whenever I'm looking at the screen, I have section 5. The topic section 5 is open. Whenever I go to add any type of wiki or journal, I'm first going to give it a title. If you click on the Edit Summary icon, you're going to come to a page that looks like this. Summary of Topic 5. This just allows me to go in and title whatever I want this section to be called. So Trade Day 2011. And you can go in just like in Word and you can set this to bold, you can unbold it. You can change the color of the text by clicking on the T with the color pattern in the background. So I'm going to change this to a green color here. You can change your font size, whatever you want it to look like on just the aesthetics of your page. I'm going to click on Save the Changes. And whenever I scroll down to Topic 5, I'm going to see that I have Trade Day 2011. I'm going to start out by adding a wiki. So what I do first is under the Add an Activity drop down, I'm going to click on that and I will be able to see Wiki down here at the bottom. I'm going to click on Wiki and it will bring me to a page of Add a New Wiki to Topic 5 is what this first page looks like. You would type in the name and you would give your wiki, whatever the purpose of your wiki is, you are going to describe it in this editing area. I went ahead and added my title, being Star Trekkie Techie is the name of it, and the purpose is I want people to respond to how can wikis be used to truly know what students have learned in my classroom. As you follow the screen down, you have further options. The type, I have it set on groups, but this is what's going to be most common whenever you're wanting groups to be, students to be having conversations back and forth through the wiki, but you can set it up for just individual student response or teachers. But your most common is going to be groups, so that's what I'm going to select. Print wiki name on every page. If you select that to yes, it's just going to have your name at the top of each page that's embedded within this wiki. HTML only, I've been told that that's the one that you always want to select. If you select something else, you end up having all types of HTML code written within the pages and it just makes it confusing. Allow binary files. This one is very important. You want to select yes. This allows students to be able to upload pictures and other documents within the wiki if they're trying to explain something. You could select no for that depending on what you're wanting within the wiki, but if you want them to be able to add any type of image and other documents, you will want to have that be selected as yes, otherwise it will not be able to upload. As far as linking, you will leave the wiki auto linking options available if you are using Camel Case. We'll discuss that later in the video tutorial. In short, you have two different ways that you can set up your links. If you want to disable your Camel Case linking, that is probably because you're going to use brackets in order to link to a certain page. But if you use the 2 capital letter option of the Camel Case linking, then you will want to click that to make sure that you do have it as an option. So unclick it if you're going to use camel casing and click disable if you would rather use the bracket option. As you continue to scroll down, you have other options. But at this point, I'm just going to save and display. And whenever I do that, that takes me to the editing page of my wiki. At this point, I'm going to show you a model of one that I've already created. When I come back to my main school web page, you'll see what we just created in Topic 5, Trade Day 2011. We have being Star Trekkie, and it shows our link right here to our wiki. But I'm going to scroll up to one that I've already created and use this to model. So being Star Trekkie Techie, was the original one that I did. When you first click on a wiki, it's going to show you the view, just exactly what it looks like here. Whatever you have typed in as your purpose within our editing option is displayed. You'll want to click on the Edit tab in order to add any more information. If you wanted to add any type of picture into it, you would use this icon right here. When I hover over it, it says Insert Image. You can anchor it to a certain page. You can link to a website. There are different options. But as far as what I did with this wiki is I put School web wikis allow students the opportunity to explain what they understand about a misconception or about a concept. Teachers will be able to read the student post and be able to uncover any misconceptions. So in this wiki, what I asked of the students is to please click on the Edit button, which you can see right up here, and we are already in the edit because we are going to be able to type in some information here. But they would click on the Edit button, type their name so that I know who it is that's writing, and write down at least 2 specific ideas for how you will use school web wikis in the first unit to find out what students have learned in your classroom. So at the end of this session, you will be able to go into this wiki and be able to collaborate and discuss, and I would be able to go in and see what your ideas were for being able to use wikis in the classroom. So if I'm in this activity right now, I can come down and I can type in my response. I can change the color. I can be able to put my thoughts and my ideas right in here, and then I would be able to save. So I'm going to go ahead and save this with just my name, and you can see it takes us back to the view. When thinking about using wikis in the classroom, there might be times where you want to explain something else. For example, in mine, I talked about uncovering misconceptions. Notice how whenever I hover over this, this shows that misconceptions is a link. The way that you're able to do that is if I click on Edit again, you'll notice that I put brackets around misconceptions. At the beginning, whenever we were looking at all the different options for setting up your wiki, you notice that you had an option for disabling the camel case. I clicked on Disable Camel Case because I like to use brackets in order to link. So I put a bracket, misconceptions, and then ended it with a closed bracket. So whenever I view it and someone hovers over misconceptions and clicks on that, it will automatically take me to another page that I set up. Now I've already set up this misconceptions page, but I could go in and edit. The first time that you do it, it will automatically go to an edit page. I was able to type in here and explain about Page-Keeley misconception probes are used to uncover common misconceptions. As an engaged piece of the 5E model, students could use journals within the school web to answer the question from a Page-Keeley probe. Once students have an opportunity to explore and their teacher is able to address those misconceptions, students could use a wiki to discuss and explain their understanding of the concept that was taught. This documented conversation between the students allows the teachers to be able to truly gauge the level of understanding that the student has and to make sure that those misconceptions are no longer there. You will notice again within what I wrote, I had journals written down here, and I put brackets around it. That allows, again, a way to link to another idea here. I wanted to talk a little bit about how you can set up journals in School Web in order to use these Page-Keeley misconception probes. So if I go back and I click on View, you'll notice whenever I hover over journals, I can click on it and it will take me to a page that I set up. And again, you have those options to view and edit. And so it talks about the journals and from the school web page how you can set those up when you're on the original page. Just like when we set up a wiki, you do the same type of thing. You add an activity that will give you a drop down and you will click on journal. You will add your journal name. You will type in whatever the question is here. And what I had done, I will take you to another example that shows you the Paige-Keeley misconception probe. From my main school web page, I will click on how to create a journal, and it shows what you were looking at just a little while ago. Click on an activity, you add the journal, you go in and you type in your information. So what I did is I typed in how to use a journal feature, click on the start or edit my journal entry, and answer the following questions. I did a snapshot of the Paige-Keeley probe here since we have them on our campuses and can use them. And then you can start or edit my journal page, and as the students scroll down underneath here, they are able then to type in their information, whatever they think about this Paige-Keeley probe. And then you have it documented within your school web what they were thinking when in regards to this misconception probe about bubbles and heating up the water. As students go in and respond to your wiki, it's going to be very important for you to be able to know where to go in and view the history of this wiki to see who has responded and how this document has changed. So in the example that I have for you on the screen, I wrote my response here for how you could use wikis within the first unit. And I just put my name so that my teacher would know that it was coming from me, but you would be able to see that in the history tab. I'll show you in just a minute. When students read an article over Newton's laws, they can respond to my wiki question by using the Kagan structure round robin so that students have equal participation. So students could be at a station responding to a question about an article that they had read. So I'm going to save my response. Whenever I go into the history as the teacher, I'll be able to see who the author was. I'll be able to see what was clicked on. I will be able to go in and click on the difference. Whenever I click on the difference, it will show you what was added. It will put a plus sign by anything that was added to that wiki. So if I go in again, I'm going to scroll down and look at this last one and click on the difference, and I'll be able to see what was added or subtracted off of the wiki. So you will have the history and you will know who did what. That is our video tutorial over using wikis and journals in school web to formatively assess students.